Hi, I'm Dr. Carolyn Harmon, and welcome to Stridey Life Coaching.
Carolyn Harmon, Health and Lifestyle Coach. Tested and trusted.
Well, yeah, guys, that is me, Dr. Carolyn Harmon, and I am a health and lifestyle coach, Vitally Health Coaching. And welcome to my training today. As a matter of fact, there have been so many questions surrounding this topic of diabetes, like how can some people actually recover from diabetes or have remission or prevent. And guys, it's totally all about lifestyle. That's it, lifestyle. There are very few people out of all the people in the country, in the world, that have diabetes. Very few of them have it because of um, hereditary reasons or genetic reasons. It is all a matter of lifestyle, about um, not moving your body enough and not putting in the things that you really need. And I understand it is very, very difficult in our society because the things that taste so good and the things that are so easy for us to get is what we always eat. You do it, I do it. It's just natural. If something tastes good and it's accessible, you want to get it, and that's what we do. Unfortunately, we really haven't had a lot of really scientifically based eating in our um, in our societies. We believe what the commercials tell us. Um, I remember long ago, well, maybe not too long ago, they were saying eggs are not good for you, high cholesterol, and now there's facts that show the opposite. So all of that really gets confusing for us in all of our diets because the science is changing. Not that the science itself is changing, but the information that we all have these days just becomes different. It's changing. And because of that, we really lose sight of the things that are good for us, or things that our body actually needs. Well, this is what we're going to have to do here. We're going to have to depend and listen. That's right. Listen to what our bodies are telling us. A lot of us um, suffer from maybe blemishes on the skin, rashes, whether it's psoriasis or eczema. And we know we have this, but we don't really link it to the foods. I remember when I was a kid, I suffered from eczema. My mother told me, just because you eat chocolate. And I think it was because she didn't really want me to buy chocolate, because my grandmother would sneak and give me chocolate anyway. And then I would get the rashes. But as I got older, as I got into my 20s and I left college, I started working, it seemed like it just went away. And around that time, too, I was getting things out of my diet. I was changing my diet because I wasn't living at home anymore. And I wasn't drinking a lot of milk every day like I was. I mean, that was the house staple. And and from getting away from milk, I believe, was one of the things that helped my eczema to clear up. You see, when I think I was 19, 21 years old, and my mother told me, just stop drinking milk because it gives you gas. Look, I was used to being bloated. I didn't realize that it was from milk. And a lot of people just have that excess, um, these these things that we get used to, things that we think is normal for us. Like, is it normal to have bloating in your stomach after certain meals? You know what? You really ought to look at what you're eating during those meals and stop eating that. And that's absolutely the truth. Um, it can be dairy sometimes. It can be, or even dairy products. And it's really hard to stay away from the types of cheeses and things. So there is one way that you can figure out what you're allergic to is to stop eating it for a little while and things that are similar to it. So if you're going to stop drinking milk, for instance, then you don't eat cheese. That means you don't have pizza and you don't have any dairy products, not even yogurt, nothing. And you won't have to do it for very long. Just do it for about 3 days and write down maybe at 3 points a day when you have your lunch, your breakfast, and your dinner, even if you're not having your lunch, your breakfast, and dinner, just write down what's going on with your body at that time. Are you feeling bloated? Is your rash acting up? And just pay really close attention, and then add it back and see how your um, symptoms are there. Now that is a very mild way, but sometimes it might be a little bit more involved, and you might need help of a professional to actually figure out what you're allergic to. But just know that you are an individual. You are you, and there's no one else here that is you. It's only you. So you can the science works on the masses of who people are and the percentages of how many people are going to behave a certain way at certain things and how your body is going to behave a certain way at certain things. Certainly there are things that we know. We know that if someone smacks you in your arm, you're going to feel it. We know that about people, but there's not everything they know. So you may be having a reaction to something that nobody else in the world has that type of reaction to. So it's up to you to pay attention to that and observe that yourself. Now, whoever assists you in trying to figure those things out, they need to listen to you because you are the authority of you and no one else. So, yes, you have value. You definitely have value. So, another thing people ask me about this disease, diabetes, how do some people just manage to stay focused and to eat correctly and to get the exercise that they need? Is it, because who really likes to get up every morning and go to the gym? Who really likes to turn down that wonderful chocolate cake and ice cream? And who likes to actually drink black coffee with no cream or no sugar? Who likes to do those things? And the thing is, the successful people do. The people who have success, I'm not even say they like doing those things, but the key to their success and being able to maintain it, there's two things. First, they make it a habit. They make it a habit of getting up early every single day when people don't want to get up every single day, and they go to the gym and they do what they need to do. And it is not easy because if you've ever tried that doing New Year's, when you make your New Year's resolution, you don't keep it. You always find some way to do it. But the successful people are the ones who do it regardless, because the first time you do it, it gets easier and easier not to do it. The first time you abandon your resolution, it gets easier and easier to do, and you'll have to start all over for the first day. But the good news is you don't have to wait till January 1st. You don't have to wait till September 1st. You can start tomorrow. Wake up tomorrow and decide. Make the decision. Keep the resolution. Keep the resolution to yourself that you're going to do what you just promised yourself to do. And that is where so many people fail, because they're going to have to make that decision tomorrow morning, the morning after that, the morning after that, the morning after that. Look, and it gets harder. It seems like it gets harder and harder, but it gets harder, and then it gets easier. So if you can do that for 30 days, just get into the habit of doing it. And it's not because you like to do it. And this is the second reason why they succeed. It's not because they like to do the things. Well, it's definitely not because they like to do the things that failure people who fail at getting into remission don't like to do. But they succeed at it because they make it a habit, and they make it a habit by doing repetition. But they have a bigger goal than maybe not being diabetic, or not a bigger goal than just bringing that down at A1C. For some of them, the goal is to the point where the goal is more than just logical, because you understand, well, if I eat right and I exercise, I'll look better, I'll feel better, I have more confidence, all of those things. My body will function better, and my life will be that much better. I'll have energy to do things. I can spend more time with friends. I can um, meet new people and not feel self-conscious. Whatever, you know, those those are the kind of things they look forward to. And in particularly, they have to keep them geared to their resolution, their promise to themselves. They have a bigger purpose. And that purpose is maybe to be able to um, be healthy and active with their grandchildren or with their children, to be able to have the energy to do the things that they like to do, so they can have that wonderful quality time with these lovely lovely children, lovely adults, or or for me, it's more to be that role model, to eat what I need to eat and to exercise, so that those children or those younger people who see that when you're, 60, 70 years old, you don't have to be falling apart. When they see your habits and they emulate your habits, and they don't have to go through the whole cascade of chronic diseases like heart disease, diabetes, uh, even asthma in a lot of cases can be go in remission. But you really have to understand and and learn about the illnesses uh, in a different format, in a different way, just to see them in a different way, maybe from outside of a medical alternative medicine. I mean, don't just stop at the traditional medicine level. Look at alternative medicine, natural medicine, functional medicine, chiropractic. Look into them all, and always judge your body. Let your body tell you what you need to do. So, getting back to the purpose is the over far reaching why people are able to be successful at conquering their disease. So it doesn't start with just breaking the habit. It starts with understanding why you're having the issues with your body, you're having these disease states with your body. It all starts in your mind. And once you understand how to control your mind so that you're eating better and you're healthy, you will understand your mind so that you're not only eating better and you're healthy, you're feeling better. And even you're healthier and maybe even wealthier. You'll get a better position at a job, or you can focus and create not only a better health for your body, but a better life. Increase your income. Okay, have a better standard of living than what you're accustomed to. you know, the better health you have, the better chance you have at getting better wealth as well. And it goes vice versa, right? Because, you can pay for a better insurance, but you have to understand first that it all begins in your mind, and it begins in your subconscious mind, and being able to not only break those habits, replacing those habits immediately with the bed. And also, you have to identify those habits that keep you from where you want to be. And this is also very important for your health, for your wealth, and your happiness. So I hope I gave you some pointers that can help you to move forward with having better health, um, understanding what correlates with good health. It's exercise and it's eating the right foods. And the right foods are healthy fats like salmon and avocado. If you don't have salmon, trout will do, halibut will do. Um, yeah, the eggs has some good fat into it, but again, it's that eggs is kind of controversial. And getting exercise. A recent study just came out that said people from 60 to 70 years old, if they can just walk daily and get 6,000 to 8,000 steps in daily, they'll be healthier. They'll have a higher rate of mortality. And that's the same for people over from 50, between 50 and 60, that they can at least do 6,000 steps a day, that they will have a healthier mortality. So, when you say exercise, it doesn't have to be anything that's huge. Just move your body. I mean, go in your kitchen, dance. In front of the TV, dance. Walk through your house briskly several times. It doesn't have to be huge. Do a few push-ups between, in the morning when you get up, before you brush your teeth. Do a few push-ups. On a regular basis. Whatever you do, just make it consistent. Maybe it's not push-ups one day, maybe it's working with a resistant band, but do it. Whatever you do it on a regular basis and watch how your waistline goes down, how your A1C comes down, and how better you feel. And always monitor how you feel, because above all, that is key. So thank you again for listening to me today. And I hope you learned something, and I hope that you're feeling better and on your way to a better, a healthier life. I'm Dr. Carolyn Harmon of Striding Life Coaching. Thank you for your time.